Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, January 8th, 2021. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Friday, everyone. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. We have non-farm payrolls coming up here very shortly. You can see right now we had a bullish trending session in the previous day, really the first few hours of the day, and then it held the rest of the session. We are now within a very narrow range at these highs, just 25 points of range here ahead of the NFP report, 46% of average daily range. So very narrow range day up here. One key level to continue to watch is the previous session's close price. Any failure to hold that previous close could open up a return back to the previous session's midpoint, or perhaps even lower. The overall trend remains higher, so any pullback, say into 37.50, could still be a buying opportunity for a continuation higher through 3800. So right now, very strong market overall still until proven otherwise. Again, from a longer term perspective, we're still watching this key range high, that pivot low, that's 35.87. 36.50 would also be a level here that would suggest a broader sell-off. So we got to start taking out either one of those two levels here to really break down and see some weakness. Right now, that's just not the case. This market remains bullish. While we may see a short-term counter trend move, that could be picked up for a continuation higher as of right now. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. You'll see with the NQ, very strong reversal off the lows here. Big push the previous session in the early parts of the day, and then finished strong. You can see right now another narrow range at the highs, 43% of average range right now. The NQ's been averaging 280 points on a 5-day basis, which is kind of the new normal here. And right now we're trading just 86 points, so very narrow range right now as we head into RTH session. For this one, continue to watch 12,950. That's about the previous session's high price, right around that zone. Any failure there, or especially through 925, could open up a broader pullback. But right now, any pullback, even into 12.8, could be a buying opportunity for a continuation higher from a day basis and perhaps even on a swing basis. So in this case, from a medium-term perspective, we're still watching that high, this pivot low. This is 465 here. So price would have to violate 465 in order for a broader market sell-off to occur, and right now, again, that's just not the case. We're still trending up. A very big pullback here off the pivot range for the month. We could be looking at a continuation higher ahead toward that 13,400 level, which we talked about before. So that's the level we're shooting for here. Again, on an intraday perspective, if we give out 12,950, that may open up a pushback toward 12.8. That 12.8 return could be a buying opportunity on a short-term basis for a continuation higher. All right, let's take a look now at crude oil. You'll see here crude oil up pretty solidly here today already, 1.8% higher. This market right now shooting higher after failing to hold through the 49 and 48.50 zone. That rejection right there was significant, and we're now rising here within range of 52s, 51.75 current last price. Very strong move. The previous session was a very narrow range day, pinching PivotBoss bands on the intraday time frame. We were looking for a breakout and never quite got it, and today we're seeing that breakout. So we could see even more upward price action here as long as price continues to hold above the 5130s, the 5140 zone. We have more upside ahead toward 52 and perhaps higher. And in the case of this trend as well, very good uptrend, searching for a cycle high, perhaps into value. See VPOC ahead. At some point we may see a pullback. Any pullback into 50 could be a buying opportunity for a continuation higher until proven otherwise. All right, let's take a look lastly here at gold futures. You'll see gold futures down about 1.5% today. We were watching for a potential rejection in the 1960 to 1980 zone, and boy did we ever get that. A sell signal there, outside reversal. The previous session was an inside day, and now we're seeing a downside break and continuation back toward 1874. 1874 is a big time level here that needs to be held by bulls. You could go perhaps as low as 1860, somewhere in this zone, but a failure to hold that area opens up even more weakness ahead. We talked about during the monthly market outlook how this one has really similar tendencies here to what we saw back in 2012 in the weekly time frame, and that rejection right there suggests that we could be headed down here for a big test. So 1870, 1860 here is going to be very significant if it can't hold that support, because it opens up the lower part of this range. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.